Good morning, people. Good morning. How y'all doing, people? How y'all doing? Pleasant good morning, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode, the first episode of Riley's World Football Tea Talk. Yes, people. Yes, people. Where we sit down and we talk about the beautiful game, the ins and the outs, the do's and the don'ts. You understand what I'm saying? Lots of things to talk about. Lots of things to talk about. Today, of all day, is the day the Arsenal also start their campaign. You know what I mean? The defense of their title. You know what I mean? Premier League is back, people. Premier League is back. Big up on the damn self, you know. Big up on the damn self. I don't know. I'm telling you. Riley's World Tea Talk. You know what I mean? Where we sip and we make it happen and we do it in the morning. Done. That is it. That is it. Big up everybody. Big up everybody. As I said, so much going on in the world of football today. Football is back with a bang. You know, football is back with a bang where Arsenal take on Coventry. It's a beautiful day, you know. It's a beautiful day and it shall be a beautiful game. Not only is it just a beautiful day, people, it shall be a beautiful game. Definitely going to be a beautiful game. And we are looking forward to this game today. Yeah. So welcome one and all. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for making it Riley's World Football Tea Talk. You know what I mean? Yes. And we are looking to enjoy the stream with each and everybody. Lots of things to talk about, as I mentioned before. We have Sabino to Tottenham Hotspur. Definitely want to talk about. As I said, Arsenal take on Coventry today. We're going to look into the starting lineup of that. We also get to understand that there's several players missing from Arsenal training. Some of them not so much to talk about, but some of them we have to talk about and really look into it. Not even much like one of them specifically. We have to talk about and find out what one. Arsenal curse start. I don't know. What is the curse? We're going to find out and we couldn't know, man. Don't worry. There's a lot of stuff going on with this thing. So, sip. And let's enjoy the moment. Let's enjoy the day. Remember, guys, to like the stream. You know what I mean? Go ahead and like the channel if y'all may. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for being here. It's our first pod of the football tea talk. Jana, our first pod this morning. So thank you guys for joining this stream. Let's dig into it, people. Let us dig right into it. So we have Arsenal players out. Bruno Guimaraes is said to be out of training for the past several days. You know what I mean? For the past several days. He came off in our game against Manchester City. You know what I mean? Basically thought that it was just a precaution, you know what I mean, to give Declan Rice some more time. And you know what I mean, so other players can get some run out and stuff like that. But apparently it was not so. Seemed like he's been carrying a niggle. Somebody said it to me, you know, and I didn't realize, you know what I mean. I didn't thought it was something serious, as I said, because I'm just saying that Rice needed to get the minutes because Rice is back, you know what I mean, and we have to make sure that Rice is up to speed and ready for the Premier League. So I just thought that Rice was getting his minutes, you know what I mean, boost his fitness. Never did we knew and understand that this was a situation, and Bruno Guimaraes was being treated as a cautionary subject because of a niggle that he felt while he was playing that game. And the man just reached, you know. The man just reached. And it seemed like the Arsenal curse kind of hold him already. The Arsenal curse of this Arsenal injury situation. You know what I mean? It's like you can't come to Arsenal without getting injured or, you know what I mean, go on the bucket list there. We have William Saliba already out for a long period of time. You know what I mean? The back injury. Gabriel Magalhaes has been okay for the most part, you know what I mean, because we watch him play a lot in the Brazil game and he's back, and you know what I mean, precaution, a lot of worries what's going on with a lot of these players that we have because of the amount of game that they might play. You know what I mean? Whole heap of game then they have to play. And we still think say some of them need to get some rest. You know what I mean? Gabriel Magalhaes, we still think him need to get some rest, right? Who else? We're still being cautious with Saka. We're still being cautious with Rice. You understand? Because of the amount of game Rice played last season and the injury that him been carrying. The niggle when been carrying last season a lot. We're still cautious with well, David Raya didn't play much at all in the World Cup and so forth. So him don't need a lot of rest. The Spain players for Arsenal barely played and so forth. But yeah, there's a lot of caution going on as far as getting some players involved. And Bruno Guimaraes was brought in to ease a lot of that pressure, especially in the midfield. So the likes of Rice can be, you know what I mean, brought up to speed in terms of fitness and getting the necessary rest that him need, if him need any rest, so that he can come back fit and ready. You see, Arteta, just like Arteta said about Saliba, I don't need you back in a hurry. You know what I mean? We need you back fit, ready to challenge and ready to go. That's the same message to everybody. We need them back fit, ready to challenge and ready to go. You know what I mean? But is this a situation? Does this mean that Guimaraes will be out of the starting side to face Coventry today? And does this mean that Declan Rice is going to have to be forced back? The same thing what we are trying to avoid. You know what I mean? Does it mean that we're going to have to do it? Push Declan Rice, force him back into the starting level to start the game. Or is it a situation where Zubimendi will be doing it at the beginning? Because he as well hasn't played a lot in the World Cup. You know, he as well has not played a lot in the World Cup. So we're looking to see if, you know, that's the situation right there. Before we dive into what's going on with Arsenal and them injury and the league and so forth, let's do a little bit of transfer talk. Let's talk a little bit about some stuff that is going on in the transfer market. You know what I mean? Savinho, yeah, I remember Savinho. Yeah, man, the player that will score 1 goal over almost 2 seasons or something like that, has just gone to Tottenham for $80 million. £80 million, sorry, not dollar, pound. £80 million, Savinho getting moved to Tottenham for £80 million. Tottenham has been after this players for 2 seasons, I think. You know what I mean? Unsuccessfully. Manchester City wouldn't sell them. You know what I mean? Because Manchester City never want to make the same mistake they make with Chelsea. You know what I mean? That Chelsea situation kind of keep on burning them a little bit, and them I try to avoid that Chelsea situation in selling that them young upcoming player, and him just turn a big superstar in them eye. You know what I mean? Chelsea sell Cole Palmer. Them Chelsea sell Chelsea Cole Palmer, and you know what I mean? That was a result of that. But Savinho has not been a big part of Manchester City campaign. You know what I mean? So it was just right, or it was just a matter of time before them let him go. But they letting go Savinho is not really what I'm here talking about. Now, them letting go Savinho is what for the price that they got for Savinho. That's where my thing is at. You know what I mean? Them get a ton load of money for £80 million. Oh my God, man! What's up? In early, Michael, big up your damn self. Yes, man. This is the new podcast that we're trying to do at this hour of the morning. You know what I mean? Football tea talk with Riley's World. You understand what I'm saying, Michael? Yes. That's where we're at right now. You know what I mean? Doing the thing. So appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah. I know it's a little bit out of my norm. You know what I mean? Everybody normally used to seeing me further down in the evening and stuff like that. But I've been wanting to do a morning pod for a while. You know what I mean? Nothing not even planned. I don't even have notes. I just come here, sit down and just decide to talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have notes. I didn't read over and I have nothing planned at all. But guess what? Me here, you know what I mean? It did hard to get up because it's early. Not even 6 a.m. in the morning where I'm at yet, people. Not even 6 a.m. in the morning where I'm at. But guess what? Work must go on and we have to do the damn thing. So here we are, doing it. Only like we know how. Riley's World style. You heard? Yeah, man. So big up yourself, Michael. Big up yourself tuning in early as well. You know. Leave from right here, go straight on the 9 to 5. So yeah. Run over today's stories like a breakfast show. I love it. That is it, bro. That is it. So persons can just chill, tune in while doing their morning thing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I. So Slovenia and Tottenham is in full agreement. Slovenia and Tottenham and Manchester City also have an agreement. So the player is going to be moving into North London or over London. All right? Yeah. Manchester City has been losing a lot of players, you know what I mean? And they've been replacing, you know what I mean? But I'm not sure if they get the right kind of caliber players that they're looking for as yet, you know what I mean? Boadi is a player that is on Manchester City radar to fill a gap. Enzo Fernandez is also a player that is on Manchester radar to fill a gap, more likely to fill the gap that is left by Rodri. Rodri move on to Barcelona, you know what I mean? And it was a free hit for him, you know what I mean? Manchester City never stand in any way. And y'all understand, Rodri, one of the best players in the world. He was the best player at the World Cup. You know what I mean? Done a lot for Manchester City over the years, you know what I mean? He even with a Ballon d'Or at Manchester City. You get me? So Rodri has break a lot of boundaries, you know what I mean, in this football universe. And decided that he want to move back home to Spain. So Barcelona and Real Madrid was a two club up for him. But there was something wrong with Real Madrid. I understand the Real Madrid situation because it seemed like the president never too trusts Rodri with situation because of some situation that went on in the election where the opposition candidate made a promise that if he won, he would have brought in Rodri. And I don't think that went well with the sitting president. You know what I mean? Even though Rodri was a perfect fit for them. You know what I mean? Because of the midfield that them have missing. Midfield missing in the man. And them stall upon the Rodri situation. I mean, Barcelona come in and steal him. Get me? Barcelona come in and steal Rodri. And we all know that Rodri playing in this Barcelona side is like Rodri playing in a Spain side. Yeah, so I say with the omission of Kukurea and probably a few more. You know what I mean? So it was a dangerous thing for Real Madrid to let Rodri join Barcelona, but that's what happened. That's what happened. That was the situation right there. The Crankies have spoken, people. The Crankies have spoken. I had the Crankies statement right here. All right, so the Crankies, Arsenal won a Cranky release statement ahead of new season. They said now the goal is to win more trophies. Sustained success is one of the greatest challenges in sport. Now you can understand why these people put their money where their mouth is, you know. Sustained success is one of the greatest challenge in sports. You know what I mean? And as a sports person, you have to learn to step up to the challenge. You have to learn to step up to the plate. You know what I mean? As a sport person, you know that competing is what it's all about. Competing is where it's all at. You know what I mean? And you don't go in a sports for make up numbers. You go in a sports to compete. That is the order of the day when it come on to sports. Sports is competitive. The word sports alone is competitive. You know what I mean? So you're not going to sports for make up number just to say, yo, I was there. You know what I mean? You go in a sports to compete. And the word of the day is sustaining success is one of the greatest challenge in sports. That's the word of the day, people. Sustaining success is one of the greatest challenge in sports. We are working hard to make that happen in a number of ways, says the owners of Arsenal Football Club, who is sustaining success, making it happen. You know what I mean? Yes, the greatest challenge is to repeat what you just did. And repeating the Premier League, taking the Premier League trophy home again, is one of the challenges that Arsenal have to overcome. Something that has never been done. Something that Arsenal has never managed to do. You understand what I'm saying? And is something that we're looking forward to getting done. You know what I mean? Yes. So that's the situation. Let's move on to the game today. The game today. Arsenal is still staggering in the transfer market. You know what I mean? We have players that we need to move on, and we have players that probably still need to come in. We have the left wing market that we need to get together, and we still need an elite left winger over on that side. Yes, we buy Christopher Salis, but Christopher Salis is a rotation player, and I don't think he will be considered as a starting left winger right throughout the season. You know what I mean? He wasn't bought for that. He was bought for a rotation as a squad player. You know what I mean? He replaced. It's a like-to-like replacement for for Trossard, and that's what it has been doing. Very similar profile as well to Trossard. You know what I mean? A matter of fact, in my opinion, in my eyes, he have a very similar profile to a lot of different players. You know what I mean? That plays over on that side for Arsenal. You know what I mean? Trossard, Sanchez. To me, also have a little bit of Santi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Arsenal seem like them always go for some similar type of player in that left position there. And he has hit the ground running so far now. You know what I mean? I think he have a goal or assist in every single game that he play for Arsenal. A goal or assist. So it looks like we have like an assist machine pan our hand. So let's see how it work out. He have 2 assists. 2 assists he made in the Community Shield. You know what I mean? And you could call that the first competitive game that he played for us besides preseason. And for him to bang 2 assists like that already, you know what I mean? You know, he has hit the ground running. So we're looking forward to see what he has to bring and so forth. The other new boy, as I mentioned before, is Bruno Guimaraes, who seems to be struggling with some sort of injury from the last game that he played. I mean, like, the man just reached, you know, just reach. And injury mash him up already. Just reach, and him have injury problem going at him already. You know what I mean? Brought to relieve some pressure, you know what I mean, on the midfield, and it seems like the pressure start early. You know what I mean? Seems like pressure start early upon him. You know what I'm saying? It is said that he has not trained. You know what I mean? So will he be a part of the squad? Let us see. How serious is what's going on with Bruno? How serious is it? No idea. But we're here to see what's going on and how it will affect going forward. Right? Coventry did spectacular, superb in the championship. You know what I mean? Superb in the championship. Coventry coach Frank Lampard. You know what I mean? Frank Lampard is no stranger to the Premier League, whether it be in a coaching role or whether it be in a role as a player. Right? He has been one of the best midfielder the Premier League have seen. You know what I mean? Frank Lampard. He has yet to show that kind of level as a coach at the top level. Just do it in the championship, you can get promoted. But as far as the Premier League is concerned, every time he plays in the Premier League, I mean, like, he got relegated, I think, what? He got relegated once, I think, and he got sacked once. You know what I mean? By Chelsea Football Club. You know what I mean? Which Chelsea Football Club is a hit and miss. Because them don't normally give young coaches chance. You get me? I always say that any young coach that really take on Chelsea Football Club job, you know what I mean, just not have nothing to do with him career. You understand what I'm saying? It look like them are gonna prove we're wrong with Alonso because it look like them decide to give Alonso time. You know what I mean? And them change around some of the system with Alonso because he's no longer a coach. You know what I mean? Chelsea normally have coach, but Alonso is a manager. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a big deal. That's a big deal for Alonso and Chelsea. You know? So it seems like they're willing to give him project time. How much time is yet to be seen. We don't know. We don't know. But make it so I go on. But Frank Lampard is the man in the dugout for Coventry Football Club. You know what I mean? And he did a fantastic job in bringing them from the championship to the Premier League, where he will encounter in a different ball game now. No? The ball game just changed. The goalpost just moved. You understand me I say? So definitely he must go figure out how to get himself up and running and stable in the Premier League, you know what I mean, to gain points so he can sustain himself, so he can stay up. You know what I mean? And it's getting harder than kicking off against the Premier League champions. You know what I mean? It's getting harder than kicking off against the Premier League champions. Michael asks, what's the top 4 or 5? It's kind of a bit early to say, Michael. I think it's fair for us to do that top 4 or 5 when the transfer window finally shut and we can see what these teams are about. Guessing the top 4 or 5 off of the top of our head right now is just it's not wise because there's so much transfer business to do. You know what I mean? Because you will guess it right now and based on what's going on with team. You know what I mean? You'll probably leave them out. Manchester City team, you're probably not even put in the top 4 right now based on what's going on in their team. They're like a little bit of shamble right now, especially in their midfield and so forth. Tottenham going crazy in the transfer market. So if you're going to use that, for example, you probably want to put them in the top 4. You know what I'm saying? Because of how crazy they are moving in the transfer market and so forth. Chelsea only have 1 game a week to play. Right? Chelsea only have 1 game a week to play. So you might say, okay, they have enough rest and the manager gonna have enough time to put his take on what needs to be done and what needs to be said. So therefore they might be in the top 4 as well. You know what I mean? Manchester United is not finished shopping. You know what I mean? And they finished strong last season. You know, so you're saying that there's so much teams that still hasn't finalized whatever they are doing in the transfer market yet. So it probably would be unfair right now to spit that out, to be honest with you. But we will do it. We will definitely do it when the time is right. Whenever things are settled and these players and this team start come together, you start see what them look like. You know what I mean? I'm thinking Arsenal aside, Man United, Chelsea should be up. Liverpool are anybody's guess. That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making. We're trying not to do the guess thing with the top 4. You know what I mean? And when the transfer window is done, when the transfer window closes and the dust settle and we can look at the teams properly, we can make a proper prediction on the top 4. You know? Yeah, well, we can make a proper prediction on the top 4 because then we'll understand where every team is and what every team is about. Liverpool has been almost non-existent in the transfer market so far. You know what I mean? So what are they bringing to the table is yet to be seen. You know what I mean? It is yet to be seen and so forth. It's just a lot still to come. We still have about a week and a half of the transfer window leave. Still about a week and a half leave. So I don't know. People will be doing a watch along later on, you know. We're doing a watch along for this game. You know what I mean? We are doing a watch along for this game. It's the first game of the season, and of course, Your team playing, you have to make sure that you make yourself available to to enjoy it. You know what I mean? To full joy the match and have a vibe. So we will be watching along this game later on. You know what I mean? We're gonna be having a vibes over here on Riley's World. So make sure y'all are subscribed to the channel. Make sure y'all tuning in to the channel. And yeah, we're gonna start with some conversation because we're starting a little bit early if we can. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, man, make sure y'all tuning in, people. It's gonna be fire. Definitely gonna be fire. So let's move on to the game itself. What are we expecting from the game? We are expecting a fight. You know what I mean? We are expecting a fight. We're definitely looking forward to seeing what Lampard team have to bring. You know what I mean? Yeah, he went up, he was in the championship and he dominated the championship, right? But he's in a different ball game now. You know what I mean? He's in a different league, literally. Yeah, so I'm saying literally in a different league. It's nothing that he doesn't know. It's not something that he's not used to. Him used to the Premier League, but him used to playing in it. Him used to coach it as well because him have a few seasons with Chelsea, and I think one other team was slipping at the moment, right? So it's not something that he's not used to, right? He has never really done it as a coach in the Premier League, so him get a fresh start to try it again. You know what I mean? He get a fresh start to try it again with a team with his own identity. You know what I mean? This team a film identity. You know what I mean? Him right through this team. Right? Him make it, him own it, and him go present it to the Premier League. So let's see what he's about. Let's see what he can do. Let's see how it plays out. You know what I mean? Let's see if he can cut it. You know what I mean? Let's see if he can cut it. A lot of people think Frank Lampard is just a championship manager, you know, based on the failures that he has done in the Premier League. They think he's just a championship manager. You know what I mean? But I guess this team is the one that's going to make him or break him, probably. You know what I mean? This team is the one that's going to make us understand if he belong into the Premier League, or the championship is really where he's at. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're going to find out through this team that he has. Going up against the Gunners. We're going to do a starting 11 and we're going to do a score prediction. You know what I mean? Which is just right for Arsenal Football Club. I ain't going to do a starting 11 for Coventry. I mean, I know Coventry side. You know what I mean? I know Coventry side. Coventry on my side now, so I don't want to do a starting 11 for Coventry either. But we're going to do a starting 11 for Arsenal. You know what I mean? So let's figure it out, people. Let's start it. Starting 11 for Arsenal Football Club. So we're going to go with David Raya in goal. Right? We're going to go with David Raya in goal. David Raya has not played a big part in the club, in the World Cup. You know what I mean? He was there keeping up space. You know, I'm one of the best keeper in the world. Pan the bench the entire game. Not even a minute what I played. They gave to David Raya. Disrespectful. Of course. You know what I mean? Disrespectful, man. Even one of the group game, the man should have get. You know what I mean? But I saw you go. So David Raya in goal for me, and that goes without question. You know what I mean? If it's up to me, I think David Raya play every single game in every single competition this season. Yeah, so I'm saying if it was up to me, because right now we're looking at stability. They kept on have it. You know what I mean? Kept on have it. And yeah. So David Raya in goal for me. Nketiah haven't trained with the team. To my understanding, Nketiah haven't trained. I don't know if he's training. I don't know if he's carrying a niggle, or I don't know if something is going on with him. Why he has not trained, but he hasn't trained. But anyway, he was not in my starting 11 for this game. So Califori was my starting left back for this game. I think it's a good luck charm to start with Califori every season, you know. I think it's a good luck charm to start with Califori every season. Califori scored the first goal for Arsenal last season against the first and only goal against Manchester United last season. I remember? Yeah. So I think it's safe to always start with Califori. So we started with Califori this season again. You know what I mean? Hopefully strike twice. Hopefully lightning strike twice and then do it again. You know what I mean? Like he did in the Community Shield after 24 seconds. The fastest goal in the history of the Community Shield, Califlori. You know what I mean? The left back, striker, midfielder, defender, and goalkeeper, Califlori. You know what I mean? Because it seemed like that brother just, it seemed like he's the only player that get a free roam in Arsenal Football Club now. That man there is like Arteta just tell him when Arteta give everybody instruction, Saka, stay wide, come in, cut in and show to the right foot. Odegaard, stop coming back. You know what I mean? Stay up there and just make things happen. Ricardo Califlori, do whatever you want. I think that's the message. You know what I mean? Ricardo Califlori, do whatever you want. Just do your thing. Do your thing, brother. Do your thing. Make it happen. You know what I mean? So Califlori is my starting left back for this game, right? We know that Cancer will not be available. I don't think Cancer will be available. I think Cancer will be unveiled today, though. You know what I mean? I think he'll be unveiled today at the Emirates Stadium, which is a big thing, you know. It's a big thing. Imagine being the signing that by just before the freaking Premier League start, and you get to be unveiled in front of your own fan, in front of the world, in the first Premier League game of the season. Can't say you have to step up, you know. You have to go step up, man. You have to make this thing work. You have to go show people levels. You know what I mean? I know we buy you as a substitute player for Saliba. You know what I mean? I know we buy you as a gap fill. You know what I mean? A stop gap kind of player. I know. But you don't need to be that, though. You can show levels. You can show what you're about. You need to make it that when Saliba come back into this team, him find it hard for win back in place. That's what you need to do. You need to put up a fight. You need to be knocking at the manager's door every single time a starting lineup is pushed out. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's you have to show quality, brother. You have to show that, yo, the move you deserve it. You know what I mean? And you deserve to play. Hats off to you for wanting to move it, though. My hats off to you for wanting this move, knowing the position that you're going to be in, knowing the position that you're going to play. You know what I mean? Competing against Saliba is almost like losing before you even kick a ball. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's almost like losing before you ever kick a ball. Can you imagine a defender peaking at the age of 22, 23? A defender already at top end game at the age of 22, 23. That's Saliba. Generational talent, if we ever say one. And we know, we understand. Michael says Saliba playing 50 games was the problem. Yeah, but guess what? At the end of the day, it's a backline that we don't want to change either. You know what I mean? It's a backline that Arsenal, that defensive stability that Arsenal has shown over the years is due to Saliba and Gabriel. And based on what those two bring, you could understand that the man don't trust to change in defensive structure at all. You know what I mean? So therefore, once them two they fit, they play. You know what I mean? That's the situation. He must bar some players in now. We have Cancer, we have Nkape, we still have Mascara. You know what I mean? So we should be seeing a little bit better rotation going forward as far as that defense is concerned. You know what I mean? We don't need to burn out one player like we did last season and cause all of these injuries. You know what I mean? We don't need to do that. So let's see if we go and see a difference, and let's see if we can go and make the change and make a difference. Let's see if that will work. Let's see. Mosquera start for me in that right center back, and yes, Gabriel start for me in that left center back. So the place that is leaving now is that right wing back, which I am going to give it to Benjamin White, fighting his way back to fitness and getting ready, getting fit for the start of the Premier League season is fantastic for Ben White. Remember, Ben White got injured just before the Champions League final and stuff like that, and he was out. You know what I mean? He was out. But in finding him way back, Ben White has been the subject of a transfer by the Arsenal fans as well for a while now. You know what I mean? A lot of people saying that they would cash in on him. But we're talking about Benjamin White, you know. and he has given us a lot. He has put his body on the line for this Arsenal Football Club. You know what I mean? So if anybody deserves some loyalty, it should be. Not saying that we're not for selling, not saying that we're not for selling, because guess what? As I said, we are moving into a different direction, and we are moving to retain and sustain. So we need to make sure that we are always up to standard or up to par. You know what I mean? To always defend or put the challenge to club. But we can't just defend now. We have to step out there and do it. You know what I mean? Put the challenge out there. So, yeah, Benjamin White, though, start for me over on the right side of the field. This is where I have a problem. Normally, I would have started Bruno Guimaraes, but I'm not sure if Bruno Guimaraes will be fit for this game. If Bruno Guimaraes is fit, Bruno Guimaraes start. If Bruno Guimaraes is fit, Bruno Guimaraes start. If Bruno Guimaraes is not fit, Declan Rice is going to start. It is what it is. It is the truth. You know what I mean? Declan Rice will start if Guimaraes is not fit, right? And he will be partnering Miles Lewis Kelly. Of course, I'm going to start Miles for this game. You say the kid has been playing? Of course, I'm going to start Miles for this game. No joke about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Miles Lewis Kelly. Big up your damn self. You're starting. Yes. Over on the left-hand side, we're starting none other than Christopher Zallis. Mr. Assist Machine. Yeah, the assist machine, Christopher Zallis. We started him over on the left-hand side, and we start Saka. We starting Saka for this game. For the beginning of the game, and Saka has been ready and up to par. You know what I mean? We start Saka, man. We start Saka. We have to start with a statement. You know what I mean? And I tell people, I predict him, Saka to score over 20 goals this season. I say it to them. People laugh. Remember me, I tell you, my prediction is that Bukayo Saka is going to be scoring over 20 goals this season. So let's look forward to it. I think it's going to happen. I know it will happen. You know what I mean? It will happen. And my number 10 will be the captain. The captain, Martin Odegaard, will be my number 10. And I'm starting up front with Victor Gunman Gyökeres. Why Victor Gyökeres over Kai Havertz? Kai Havertz is a big game player. You know what I mean? Them final kind of game player. You know what I mean? I think this game suit Victor Gyökeres more. I think Victor Gyökeres is probably a more hungry fighter as well. Being that it seemed like that was going to do the Kai Havertz seemed to be the short starter, Arteta favorite, as people normally always say. You know what I mean? Did you do fantasy football? Ha ha ha. Go do one quick. I can help you. Take 30 minutes. Let's see, Michael. Let's see. I didn't get a chance to do the fantasy football though. Didn't get. You want do one and drop it in there. Do one, Michael, and drop it in the group. Do one and drop it in the stream. We'll run with yours. You know what I mean? We'll run with yours. Do one and drop it in the stream. Big up Lindsay. Big up Lindsay. So, hi everyone. I'll be passively listening. My hair is being done at the moment. I can start the league for us. Okay, I do that. Yeah, man. Go ahead and do it. Peace and blessing to everybody. Peace and blessing to you, Lindsay. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. I need a year do too. Yeah, I need a year do too. So, Lindsay, you're doing your year for you're doing your year for the start of the Premier League. You're doing your year for the start of the Premier League. That's it. That's it. We'll be doing a watch along later on again, people. Remember now, we'll be doing a watch along again later on. So don't forget to join the stream. Don't forget to join the stream, man. Make sure you are making it happen. All right, make sure you are making it happen. We will be right here. We will be right here to do things. So my score prediction. What is my score prediction? I am predicting a 3-0 scoreline for Arsenal. You know what I mean? 3-0 scoreline. And I say 3-0 because it's a special day today. Definitely a special day today for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. You know what I mean? For sure, for sure, for sure. You know what I mean? It's been 22 years since we kick off a defense of being the Premier League champions, you know. So I definitely understand. I definitely understand. You know what I mean? We have to make sure that we remember this one. You know what I mean? We have to make sure that we remember this one. A lot of people, this is the first time they're seeing Arsenal as a defending champion, you know. You know what I mean? 22 years, you know. 22 years, that's a whole man, you know. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole man lifespan, right? That's all. And a lot of people are seeing their club for the first time being the defending champions of England. You know what I mean? So it is a special day. Definitely, definitely a special day. You know what I mean? And we're going to soak it up and enjoy every single minute of it. No joke about it. No joke about it. Every single minute of today, we're going to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Full joy it. You get me? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Arsenal, defending champion, defending their title. You know what I mean? And as I said, I can't wait for the transfer window to shut so we can see where we're at and where everybody is at and make an assessment on what we're going to do and what we are about. I've set it up. It start after the transfer window close, or maybe I can so yourself before then. Otherwise, I've already made and can drop it in the chat. No, let's drop it in the chat. In the watch along later on. All right, let's drop it in the chat in the watch along later on. Maybe you can do it yourself before then. Now, as I said, drop yours, drop it in the chat and we'll run with that. We run. Let's do that in the chat in the watch along later on, where more people will be up and ready. I'm ready for them. So this is where it's at, people. This is where it's at. We're gonna make this a regular show. We're gonna make this our regular morning show. You know what I mean? It's just a free hit this morning. You know what I mean? I haven't put anything together. I just woke up and I decided to do it because I already set the live last night to do it. You know what I mean? When I was doing the live last night, I was thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? I've been sitting on this show for a while now to start the show in the morning. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna set the live, and if I can manage to get up, because I have to get up like 5:30 in the morning. So I have to get up like from 5 o'clock to do this show, right? So it's not easy, people. It's not easy when you want to sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy when you want to sleep. Believe me. Believe me, believe me, believe me. It's not easy when you want to sleep. So that's where that is at the moment. You get me? And I've done it. You know what I mean? I've done it. I've gotten up. You get me? I've gotten up and I've make it happen. You guys know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I've made it happen. So yeah. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I feel we will get a big win today, said Michael. Let us see. A lot of people predicting a lot of big wins today, no? A lot of people predicting big wins today. You know what I mean? I understand that we're talking about Coventry, a team that has not been in the Premier League for umpteen years. You know what I mean? But to think that they're just gonna come over and just roll over 3 points, give us and leave the goal open, you know what I mean? That's crazy though. You know what I mean? That is kind of like a bit mad. But make we see, as I said, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a nice watch. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. I think we'll be with some bruises and some black eyes, but I think we're going to win. You know what I mean? I think Coventry going to fight, man. I think Coventry going to fight. I think they might be a little bit naive, and I think that's why we're going to win. And we might win big for two, because I don't think Lampard know how to play the champions. Lampard, I don't think him get the memo. I mean, I think that Lampard understands him of low block Arsenal. I don't think that Lampard get it and understand that if him attack Arsenal, him go and get what they don't get. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if him know, say, in order for you do that thing, you have to defend and counter. You know what I mean? Like with every team the last season. You know what I mean? You see Manchester City open up the game in the Community Shield, and you see what happened? Never work out in favor. It never look good, don't it? You understand what I say? It never work out. You get me? It's like Manchester City, forget. And then again, as you can see, it was a new manager for them. A new manager, forget how Arsenal operate. Forget the kind of players that Arsenal have at them disposal. Forget who Mikel Arteta is. Forget. That's not enough to play with Arsenal Football Club. A new manager will never understand. You know what I mean? He never get the memo. He never do it. You know what I mean? So him come and he play football, or him feel like he want to play football and him get hurt. Bad. You know what I mean? Hurt bad. You know what's the talk? They call him Diet Pep. Them call him Marisco Water Down Pep. Diet Pep. Boy, me I tell you. I think they were even singing you're gonna be sacked in the morning. You know what I mean? And all of them something. You get me I say? Yeah, man, they even have flyers and support asking Pep to come back. You know what I mean? Asking Pep to come back. So they don't like the babysitter. You know what I mean? When you're coming home, Pep, we don't like this babysitter. We don't like this babysitter, man. This babysitter now work. So, yeah, it will definitely be a fun league. You know what I mean? Definitely be a fun league. I'm interested to see how teams play against Arsenal this season. I'm interested to see if teams are going to come to us with that fear and low block and defend us, or will they play football? You know what I mean? Will they play football? Will they play football? So it might be interesting. It might damn well be interesting to see what is up with this football thing. Yeah, it might be interesting, people. So let us see. Let us see. Ah, yeah, so we will definitely win today, but the margin is where I'm concerned about. You know what I mean? And the margin of win might go based on what the opposition decide to do. It's all about playing well in the moment. For my team, I think we are unbeatable in that regards. We have a great mentality. We have developed a great mentality. You know what I mean? Being that we're champions now, you know what I mean? And we've developed a great mentality over the years, being that we've always been knocking on the door, you know what I mean? Coming second again, second again, second again. You know what I mean? So our mentality has grown. We get firm, we get strong. You know what I'm saying? Now we are the defending champions, and I think we are loving that feeling, you know what I mean? And I do not think that we want to let go of this title. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we want to let go of this title. Everybody is saying let's go again. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to go again. You know what I mean? And we all know that going again is not easy, you know. Everybody know that going again is not easy, because winning the league back to back is not an easy task by no means. By no means. But everybody is willing to give it a shot, you know what I mean, and make it make sense and go at it aggressively. People are willing to do that. You get me? So it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a fight. But I definitely feel like Arsenal is up to the fight. No matter who them want bring or who want come their way, I feel like Arsenal is up to the fight. It's the first time I can remember that we are the big favorites for the repeat. Yes, that's probably true. No, well, not really, man. Well, as you say, as you can remember, I would imagine that when in the Invincible era, we were the favorite for the repeat as well. You know what I mean, and so forth. But yeah, remember to put that. Remember to put that back in the chat. Um, Remember to put that back in the chat, Michael, later on. You know what I mean? We're doing Michael League for this season. We are making Michael we're running with Michael League for this season, people. Lindsay says he's gonna join it. Yeah, Michael. So put it in the chat. I'll advertise to make people know that that's where we're at. And every single stream, put it in the chat so the other guys can see as well. Because we have Nico and all of them that wants to do the league and all of that. But they've been waiting on me to create one. So yeah, Dennis Burkamp has arrived. Big up, Dennis. Dennis, how you been, man? How you been? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Big up yourself, Dennis. Big up yourself. So big up, Riley. Big up, man. Arsenal 5, Coventry City 0. Hey, everybody really battering Coventry, you know. Everybody really battering Coventry. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But let's see if it gonna work out like that. Everybody battering Coventry. Damn. Damn. Arsenal 5, Coventry 0. Who are your 5 goal scorer? Dennis, who are your 5 goal scorer? It's a nice Lindsay point, won't start until third week. All right, fantasy football code is in the chat, people. You want to join the fantasy football? It's right there in the chat, people. Let's have fun with it. Let us have fun with it, people. Yes. Arsenal versus Coventry later. That's where it's all at. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We will be right here for the watch along. We'll be right here for the watch along. We're gonna be streaming a lot later on as well. You know, we have some guests on the panel later on, right after the game. So we're gonna be doing our preview, our match reaction right after the game. We have some guests joining in. So yes, people, we will be accelerating, you know what I mean, and just pushing and going forward. Yes, so Dennis said Avers 2, Saka 2, Zalis 1. All right. Last season we won 4-0 on our first match, if I remember correctly. No, you do not remember correctly. Last season we won 1-0 on our first match. 1-0. That our first match was against Manchester United, if you remember correctly. You know what I mean? And the only goal was scored by Ricardo Califlori. Yeah, 1-0. That was our first game last season. So, yes. It's definitely possible we score 4 goals. Of course, I don't have no doubt that it's possible. We can score 4 goals. You know what I mean? Of course, we can score 4 goals. I'm just saying that nobody's really saying it's going to be a hard-fought match, you know. Everybody just saying Coventry going to get battered. You know what I mean? Coventry going to get beat up bad. Everybody's expecting a huge goal. Huge goal. Goal scoring. You know what I mean? So we have no doubt that Arsenal going to win. You know what I mean? It's just a score line. I say a 3-0 score line, you know what I mean? And our purpose, people saying 7-5, 6. Yes, I'm saying they're not making it reasonable. You know what I mean? They're going all out. And if Arsenal score them basketball score line there, it's going to be a statement to remember. And the league needs to be fearful. You know what I mean? The league needs to be fearful if Arsenal make them kind of score line there happen. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, I am looking forward to it, you know. I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to scoring some goals as well. I want to say our strikers firing. You know what I mean? Because we're having a striker problem. So I definitely want to see the strikers firing on all cylinder. You know what I mean? Solving that problem right through and just forgetting it. Yeah, man. More want to see that problem in the south. The Emirate atmosphere should be fire. Definitely. 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 I love Zalis. Zalis is fantastic, man. Zalis is fantastic. Manchester United 1-0, of course. Yeah, that was it. That was it. It was a 1-0 whipping to Manchester United with a Ricardo Califori goal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Never forget it. You know what I mean? Never forget it. Califori from nowhere, you know what I mean, did what he did and gave us that victory. So it was a nice game. So guys, let me know what y'all think. Lindsay, let me know what y'all think. Michael, let me know what y'all think. What's your think of the show? You know what I mean? Going forward, we're going to try to make sure that we do the show in the morning. You know what I mean? This is our morning show now. This is our time of day when we bring cross. You know what I mean? We're getting into this market and we're yeah, man. Waking up is not easy, but I kind of like this show. You know what I mean? Riley's World, our Tea Talk with Riley's World. You know what I mean? Football Tea Talk with Riley's World. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to call it, and that's what it is. That's what we're doing going forward as of today. So we'll be doing this probably on a daily basis now with the other shows, right? Yeah, we're stepping up what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? We're stepping up what we're trying to do. So it's 12:43 p.m. for me, bro. It's 5:30. This show starts 5:30 in the morning for me. You know what I mean? 5:40 if I'm going to be exact because I was a little bit late, dragging myself out of bed and making it happen. Yeah, as I'm saying, I know it's good time for you guys. It's pretty much lunchtime for you guys. You know what I mean? Persons getting ready for the game today as well, and all of that. Yeah, as I'm saying, man doing them here, so them can look flashy. You know what I mean, for the win. Yeah, as I'm saying, imagine doing a year for the game. It's not even you have a date with Arsenal. You know what I mean? Have a date. Lindsay have a date with Arsenal. So went and did his year and all of that. Getting titillate up and all of that. You know? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That is it. That is it. But this is us going forward. You know what I mean? And all of that. So yeah. I'm very excited today. Me too. I'm so excited today that I start the show. This show wasn't supposed to start until next week, you know. This show wasn't supposed to start until next week, but I'm so excited I went ahead and started today. You know what I mean? I went ahead and started today. I am really, really excited about today. Big up everyone. Toxic is here. It's tea time. It is Toxic. Cheers. It's tea time, people. It's tea time. This is a tea talk in the morning. You know what I mean? We are going to make it fine. We're going to make it fire. You know what I mean? We're doing it for an hour, probably an hour and a half, from 5:30 to about 6:45. So probably an hour and a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're doing it a little bit over an hour. You know what I mean? From 5:30 in the morning until about 6:45. Yeah, until about 6:45. About an hour and 15 minutes. Somewhere there. You know what I mean? That's where we're going to do the show in the morning. But we will be doing this on a regular basis in the morning. You know, I sit down in the camera. I sit down in front of the camera every day with you guys. You know what I mean? Every single day with you guys. I don't have to come with any notes or anything. I can just come sit down in front of the camera every day with you guys and just talk football. And for some reason this morning I was kind of nervous. I don't even know why. For some reason, this morning I was kind of nervous. I don't know if it's because it's the first time I'm going this time. You know what I mean? And I really want this show to work. You know what I'm saying? Because I put a lot of thought in it. Excuse me. You know what I mean? And so forth. I really wanted this show to work. You know what I mean? So it was playing on me. It was a nervous moment for me this morning. I know y'all didn't see. You know what I mean? Because me good like that. Yeah. Well, yeah. The first one is out, and we got it over the line. You know what I mean? So should be fine going forward. Should be fine going forward. You know what I mean? I have to get up this morning, make my tea, and then come sit down and ready for the live. You understand? Yeah. But it was good. It was okay. We will get better going forward and so forth. So the first one, football tea talk with Riley's World. is up and running. It's up and running. And today is match day. Excitement is in the air. Everybody and them granny is excited. Football is back. You know what I mean? Football is back. Premier League football is back. It's a freaking exciting day. You know what I mean? To be an Arsenal fan. To be a football fan. It's a good day. You know what I mean? People, make sure you're liking the stream, alright? Go ahead and put a like on the stream. I would like to watch your stream more. I've only been occupied with other things. I would like to watch your streams more. I've only been occupied with other things. Hey, I always listen to your stream and videos when I can. I do appreciate it, man, and I do appreciate it. Whenever you can, you know what I mean, it's appreciated. You know what I mean, whenever you can and you pop in on the live stream, we do appreciate it, Lindsay. You are part of the community, as you know. As you can see, you're one of our, you're a moderator. So, you know, we do appreciate you, or we do value. You know what I mean? So, we appreciate the fact that you do it whenever you can. And you make it happen. You know what I mean? So thank you for that. Thank you for that. And I know you'll continue to support in the way that you can. And I mean, so big up yourself, man, and appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. We're moving forward, as I said, and we're trying to get better in what we do. You know what I mean? We're trying to get better in what we do. And we're not there yet, but we're still learning our craft and still putting it together, still making it work. You know what I mean? With the help of you guys in the community has been fantastic. You know what I mean? Fantastic. Keeping me company, coming up with conversations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's what the community is about. So thank you all very much. You know what I mean? For the effort. You know what I mean? For the love that you have shown this channel. You know what I mean? And we keep on writing new chapters. We keep on writing new chapters. We keep on bettering our best. You know what I mean? And we keep on pressing and pushing forward. You know what I mean? That's what we're about. As I said, it's our world. You know what I mean? It's our world, and we're going to craft, we're going to write, we're going to sketch our world how we see it fit going forward. You know what I mean? And we're very ambitious, so we'll keep on pushing and we'll keep on writing the right chapters for on our page. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we do appreciate you guys for the support and the love. You know what I mean? But I got to go. We gotta go now, people. Thank you guys for staying with me. Thank you for the support. Thank you for turning out on the first day of this new chapter that we have just started. You know what I mean? Big up to everybody who has been a part of it. Big up to everybody for the support. Michael has been here from the beginning with me. Thank you, Michael, for keeping the company. Lindsay, appreciate you for checking in. And you know what I mean? People who are listening that just didn't even bother to type. Big up on yourself, same way. You know what I mean? Big up on yourself, same way. You get me? Premier League is back. And therefore, we will be back again later on. We will be back again later on. And take care, Riley. Take care, everyone. Big up yourself, Lindsay. Take care of yourself, man. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself. We will be back again later on for the victory. We'll be watching it. And then we'll be talking it. You know what I mean? Yes. That's what we're about this time around. Big up, everybody. Love for the love. You know what I mean? Big up on yourself, and we will see y'all again later on. This has been Riley's World. Football Tea Talk. Big up on the damn self. Guess what? I'm out, people. Much appreciation.